The process wasn't really nice.
Okay.
It came to a point of having to take any job just for me to find an account and find myself trading. That guy will tell you that it's either I blow or I make money.
Yeah.
So that's my slogan.
Okay.
It's either I blow or I make money.
Is that simple?
That's why you keep it small.
Yeah.
If you blow $25, then you have another $25 to fall back on.
Okay. What's up, traders? Welcome to another installment of Market Masters Out and About edition with myself, Nqobile Tembane from Top Trader South Africa. This season is sponsored by Exness, an international multi-asset broker which is also licensed right here in South Africa. On this show, I sit down with the most prominent and talented traders in the industry and we have chats on all things trading. Hey guys, what's up? It's Nqobile from Top Trader South Africa and we're here in Cape Town. A big thank you to Exness for hosting us here in Cape Town, for flying us out from Joburg. That's what Joe's. We come from Joburg. And we actually here. A big thank you to Exness for flying us out here. You guys can see the views in the background. We got some nice views out here. Anyway, today I'm here sitting down with Stacey, guys, Anastasia, Stacey Pigmentation. Yeah, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm very good, so thank you so much for making the time to sit down with me. We're going to talk markets, charts, trading. Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, actually it's been quite an interesting couple of days with you. But I've actually seen you trade an account and grow it, and you've been showing me this whole time. And guys, by the way, we'll get into that account that she was growing out. We'll give you guys like a lot of details on that as the interview goes on. But before we actually get into that, we're actually going to talk about your trading career. Before that, like what were you doing, how you got into Forex, but like what were you doing before you even heard of trading?
It was a roller coaster. As soon as I finished my matriculant, I started working at PEP. You know PEP? It was paying me really nice. And I guess my mom wanted me to go back to school. I studied HR. Finished my HR. I went into working, venturing. I went to labor law actually. I ventured into labor law. And then things went wrong there.
Is it?
I guess. The problem was that having to chase away somebody who's old was my biggest fear actually. Because now you can imagine chasing my father away while he needs to take care of me, so that wasn't good. So that's how I left my job. Then I started working at a club. I went at a club for like 3 weeks, made cash flow. It told me about trading. Then I looked up to Sandile Shezi. So hey, it was just that's how everything started.
Yeah, so that was basically life before Forex.
Before Forex.
Now let's talk about that transition going into Forex. Now that you've heard of Forex, how is life changing at this point? Like, what was the process like? Getting into Forex.
The process wasn't really nice.
Okay.
It came to a point of having to take any job just for me to find an account and find myself trading. And you can imagine I didn't even have information about Forex. I was just trying one or two using RSIs, moving average. Like there's a whole lot of things I didn't understand about trading. So I needed to act also. I had a career of acting. I had to leave it because Forex came. Forex came. With that all together, I realized that it needed patience. And it needed me to be in the market to read a whole lot of things that are happening. And then they repeat themselves over and over on each and every pair. Like there's something that's just happening that you see like, no, I saw this before. It's happening again. Then you had to have the psychology to switch that. Okay, it's now time for me to enter the trades. But when I started, it was hard.
Is it?
For my first 3 years, it was hectic.
Yeah, but what was going on during that 3 years? Because I hear you say that you were funding accounts and whatnot, but like on the learning side of things, how was the learning process though? Like what was going on during that 3 years? Okay,
so it started like this. I met this other guy called Pabalo while I was acting, right? He was good in trading altogether. So we spoke then I had to go to his church to go learn how to trade. So we had a mini office. Yeah, and we went there every day. I remember I used to walk to church, and it's far, like it's really far. I used to walk there in the morning, at night, go back home, then we would learn and do everything together. So Papa would teach us a thing or two, then we'd go on YouTube, learn, read books. There's this other book called Trade Like a Pro by Suri Dudela. It had everything that I needed. But at that time, because now I wasn't really into reading and understanding what that book is trying to tell me, I went on YouTube a lot, and YouTube didn't help me. What helped me is having to sit down, look back at the books that I read, and hey, it was very hard. It was very hard. Not having a mentor was the biggest thing I did that actually pushed me backwards, right? Because now I didn't have light. We all didn't have light. It was a group of people. We were all lost.
Oh, so you're all just in it, all going through it together.
Yes. And some of the people let go of us as we were in the process. So you can imagine for the next coming 3 to 4 years, people are just letting go of us, and we are just pushing. We believe in trading. Looking at the people who have done it and making it, we're like, no, but we can't leave this. We have just started. We can't. And I left my job. So that was a roller coaster ride. And there was a point whereby I didn't have money.
Is it?
I didn't. And I remember I'll tell my mom that, you know what, Mama, can I please have my money for taking a license? My mom wanted me so much to have a license. I took it to trading. I blew it in a day. Scariest thing ever. Having to tell your mom that you don't have the money anymore. And she reminds me of that situation. Even now, she's like, you know what, if you didn't take that money and invest it in trading, you wouldn't be who you are today. Because it was a learning process for me. It's a bittersweet moment because you get to be chased out of the house if you're not working and you're that old. You have a baby to take care of, and you have responsibilities. You're a woman. And you're chasing trading. And then men are like, no, can I take you out? You're like, no, I want to be a Forex trader. I can't go out with you. So, it was a roller coaster.
In 2020, Exxon saw its highest ever trading volumes, $7 trillion for the year, with a $930.6 billion new monthly record in March 2021. The number of active clients from more than 150 countries was up almost 100% year on year to 187,609. All this information we publish on our website, together with our price history. We do this so as to maintain our commitment to transparency.
Like you just mentioned right now, I think a lot of single mothers out there would appreciate just you touching on that. You have a child.
Yes.
You're a single mom.
Yeah.
And this side, you're pursuing Forex, probably a very volatile industry. And you're not even sure if you're going to make any success out of it. So what was like that thing that kept you going? Like, no, let me not go get like a job that gives me a salary on the regular, but you were like, nah, you're gonna pursue this trading thing.
Okay, I looked at life in general. Like, as a black child, when you look at your parents, they start from school. They go into the working environment. They get to 60, 70, then they die. That means they've spent most of their time in school and working rather than investing in themselves and traveling the world and actually venturing into business. So Forex was my way out to actually start something, right? And have to spend time with everybody in the house, my child, and also securing a future. Because now when you are trading, you have to understand you're an investor rather than a trader, right? And then when you understand that, you need to open a business also on the other hand. That's if trading doesn't go the right direction, you have something to fall back on. So, hey, you had to make life decisions that I want my child to grow up like this, not like me. Because you know our parents, most of them, they didn't really finish school. When they're working, it's mostly in a retail environment. You hardly with them. You don't even know them until they are at home, and then you run away from them. Yeah. So on Sunday, your mom would be at home like, hey, Charles, hey, do this, do that. That's not me. That's not me.
Nah, okay, so I see. But you've really done so well for yourself, like over this past like a couple of years, honestly. I'm glad that Exodus has us out here. We actually got to spend time together because we were actually supposed to shoot back in Joburg, and it's funny we meet here in Cape Town. It's just like, So it's been so like good having conversations with you over the past couple of days. But like I think just like going back now, I'm excited. I want to go to that trade. Are you still holding it?
No.
You closed it. Okay, now cool. So on yesterday morning, you showed me a trade. That's $25, right?
Yes, yeah.
And you traded that, and we went all the way up to
1,150 something.
$1,100 basically, around there.
Yeah.
Just within the space of yesterday, we were all together yesterday. Yeah, but like obviously I've seen like how you grow small accounts over time, especially on your Instagram and your social platforms. You're always showing people how you grow small accounts and all that. And obviously this is trading your indices, your synthetic, synthetic indices as well. So what I really want to know is like what really goes into trading like a small account and growing it that much? Because like what you did yesterday, it was like, yo, okay, now this is lit, you know? And you were so chilled about it. Like the whole day you're holding like a $500 trade there, like it's going up. You were not panic. I didn't see you panic once, honestly. So like what really goes into like building like a small account?
The psychology in it. I've blew like $2,000 of $10 trying to make that one good trade. In life, I've experienced that there's just that one good trade that's going to change your life altogether. And when you get it, you just need to make the most out of it. So yesterday was one of those moments whereby most of the time, psychology plays a very important role in trading. If your psychological mind is not activated according to trading, you are just not going anywhere. You enter and you exit before time, right? So with me, I like saying that I trade a head and shoulder. And then I like to enter it on the armpits, meaning here. Because now it's longer here rather than here, right? So people want to catch it on the shoulder, and the shoulder will just consolidate with them for a long time. They blow, and then when it gets to break out, well, that's me coming inside. And then you find that people are like, how are you catching this? And they think it's sniper entries, but it is not. I've learned that there's a place whereby when I enter, the market gets to move. How do I see it? It's because now I've seen it happen a whole lot of times. I've made mistakes on that shoulder also, not thinking of the armpit until I changed the method, but used the very same strategy. So entries are very important when you're about to stake in a small account. Your first entries need to be really nice. So on a $10 account, what I'll do is I'll put in one trade, go to $10 loss. Then that means I'm not good with entries. Try again. One trade, $5 loss, I need to improve. One trade, $2 loss. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. That means I can open 2 or 3 because now the $10 is going to handle. So that's the psychology I had over growing small accounts. So my drawdown needs to be less than having to blow the account altogether with packing the entries. You learn over time.
But like the emotional and like the mental capacity that you have right now, because like especially when you're trading like a small account, because so many people are so attached to their monies and whatnot, to want to like let that run. Because a lot of people, like I said yesterday, if I was in your shoes, I'll be honest with you, if I was in your shoes, that $25 account, if it had reached $300, and I know I've done this, I've also done this, when it reaches $300, I take my money, I chuck. Like, I don't know, but like, how do you go about setting your targets though? Like deciding, okay, no, this is, do you set targets based on dollar value, or was it just based on the charts, or what was it?
I trade market structure. Meaning if it's a head and shoulder and it has the first take profit, I don't exit until the first take profit gets to be hit, right? I've done a lot of mistakes of exiting entries very early, and then I regret after. There's just that first take profit that I need to get to, so that I take all my money or take half of it and leave some, right? So over time, I got to learn that I need to be patient in entering and in exiting also. Not too patient also.
Okay.
So it's just a roller coaster of you having to experience it, go to take profit so that you can trust, and also experiencing it, not having to reach take profit and research why didn't it. So my thing is, having a trader's journal is very important. When I hold a trade like that, it's because now I have a trading journal. I've written down things that I want the market to do so that I can make money. So when those things come up in the chart, then I know when to exit and when to enter. So it's more of something I've written about 4 to 5 times, explain the psychology that, hey, I held and I exited very early, now I need to just extend a bit. It was just step by step. It's more of a child walking. They crawl, and then they start walking with things in the house, and then they start walking by themselves. That's how I got to actually trust the strategy so much. I crawled, I stood up, I fell about 10 to 20 times until I finally got it right.
No, but like you really have a gift of some sort, honestly. And you're very disciplined though. You're a very disciplined trader. Like, how did you get to that level of discipline though? Like to be like, okay, now this one we are holding.
I think I love money.
It can be that simple sometimes, right?
I love money. So when I look at the chart, I need to see where the money is, right? And when that psychology is activated, I don't worry about it. In my sense of trading, with Babalo also, well, he's one of the guys that made me in this industry, right? That guy will tell you that it's either I blow or I make money. So that's my slogan. It's either I blow or make money.
Is that simple?
That's why you keep it small. If you blow $25, then you have another $25 to fall back on. But if you only have that $25, then you have about 5 chances to make it. Maybe you put in your $5, only opening one trade just to see if you're good enough. But if you have $100, you have 5 times to make it. $20, $20, $20. Hence why your entries have to be important. On a small account, the minute you learn that you experience less drawdown, then you need to really get your entries right and then pack them for you to have that much of amount that I'm having. And it's a psychology that's not going to be learned in one day and achieved in just a week. It will take time, and when you do get it, you're going to get it once. That's why I'm like, it's once an opportunity, and then you take it back to the market, you get it again, take it back to the market, until now you are consistent. So in that, I love money. Conclusion, money, love.
It's that simple. So what daily habits have you had to form to be able to trade that you trade right now?
I had to get my timing right. Right? Trading your Nasdaq currencies is different from trading volatility pairs, because now we have different times towards the daily candlestick having to start. So my day starts at 2 a.m. in the morning, right? South African time, by the way. 2 a.m. The first candlestick that comes out of everything that I'm going to trade is very important. If I'm not up by 2 a.m., then my day is messed up. Right? If I'm going to do the intraday for the whole week, that means every day at 2 a.m. I need to be up. I think we spoke about it even. If I'm not up at 2 a.m., then I know 4-hour intervals, they play a very important role. I don't like playing on smaller time frames. Why? There's a whole lot of noise that's happening there. You see a head and shoulder, you see a double bottom, double top, where else on a bigger time frame, you can see the complete structure that's going to take the direction for the day.
And you were talking about it being a 4-hour daily time frames right there.
So those 4-hour intervals, they will actually give me entries. And if they are not on 4 hours, I get to actually worry, where did I miss it? Because sometimes you find that I'm too early in the market, then I've used smaller time frames. But when I'm just on time, I know that I've used bigger time frames. And you'd find people saying that it's not easy to trade a smaller time frame. But it is easy to go on a smaller time frames while you have been on a bigger time frame. And I'm like, no, but the problem is that they've told you that on a $10 account, you can't open a trade using a daily time frame.
Yes, that's true. That's actually quite true.
right? But with me, it's that bring that $10. Let me show you the bigger time frame where the money is, right? And then it starts at 2. After my analysis at 2, until the 4-hour intervals, it's just me checking the market, the new candlesticks that are forming after my entry, if they're going to go the right direction, and if they've hit those important zones in the market.
Yeah, but some people would tend to want to argue with you and say, no, but like a small account trading it on a big time frame is not that feasible. Some people tend to want to argue with you.
Well, I'll show them my my Instagram. Well, like, that's a daily entry. There's an entry I did on a $20 account, right? It was on a weekly even. I held for the whole week. And
wait, because usually I think so over time people have been taught like you execute on a smaller time frame. So what you're saying right now is that you don't even look at this at the like a 30-minute time frame for execution.
No.
So you even execute on a daily.
Yes, on a weekly even.
Even on a weekly, on a $20 account.
On a $20 account. That means on Sunday, like yesterday it was Sunday, hence why I opened the trade. I wanted to show that new candlesticks on weekly time frame, they can actually make your whole week. Right? Because they have entries. Most of my students, they know Sunday is made for entries. Sundays we like, where are the entries? So that Monday you can have a sweet day. You've made money on Sunday, and then Monday you can spend it. You can go somewhere and spend it. Right? So we experience the market differently. That's what I've realized. And with our mentors, we get to trade differently from each other. Some mentors are good in smaller time frames. I'm not saying smaller time frames don't have those entries. For me, it's a noisy market, but a bigger time frame is settled. I love a settled market, so I look for myself inside of a bigger time frame.
Okay, I see. How has trading changed your life? Like,
sure, you know? I'm in Durban, guys. I've been on a yacht because of trading. Okay, jokes aside. I come from a family whereby it's either when you don't make it, you really don't make it. And when you do make it, there's just that huge gap. Because now when you do make it, you get out of the family and you start your own family the other side. That means us on the other side, we are looking like, how do I get there? And I understand that people are just throwing education away because of trading. But what education did for me was that it made me understand trading in a bigger aspect. Right? The education that I had taught me that I needed to be well informed about the market, well informed about what's going on around the world, right? The minute a chart does something, then I know that there's something that's going to be said on the news, right? Some people would wait for news to come out to trade, but us, we wait for the structure, we trade it, then after when the news hit, we're like, the structure said it, you know? And people don't get it because now all these things that are happening around the world, it's written there on the charts. I don't watch Bloomberg, but I'll tell you that this chart is going to go this direction. And then when news hit or somebody comes and says something wrong, the market goes to my direction and you ask yourself, but how? How did Stacey know? I don't usually like trading currency pairs in NASDAQ. NASDAQ has made me, right? In the beginning when it was just my thing, right? Currencies made me, they opened a very big world. NASDAQ was even worse. It's what put me in the market actually. But what I can tell you about volatility pairs is that I didn't need a lot of money to make money. I just needed that $110 just to move to a big account to realize my worth in the market. Right? So you needed to put education first. And then you read books about trading. That's also education. People, I laugh because people think that trading is just something that you're going to learn over charts. But there's words that you need to learn. There's things that you need to understand, like pricing. You know, there's wyckoff you need to understand. Then when you understand all those things, you move on to a better position in trading. Talk a lot.
I know. But that's good, though. That's good. People really want to hear your story. So I think, let me just go to this. What has been like your biggest loss that you've taken in trading so far?
My biggest loss.
Your biggest loss,
I was trading USD CAD, I remember. I had about, was it 20,000 inside the account. I didn't know there was news. I was busy. Trading when busy, it's very wrong, right? So when news are going to hit, when you know that news are going to hit, especially your BOE or your BOC, right? Bank of England, Bank of Canada, when news are about to hit, right? The market tends to go the other direction, meaning I was in losses before the news hit, right? And then I quickly got into so much profit, but because now I'm moving around, I didn't know. Well, when the news hit, I blew that 20,000 rands account. Yeah. The pickup was worse. I was even afraid to trade for like the whole month. Why? I felt like everything that I'm going to place was going to go south. Right? Not knowing that, yes, I know how to trade. It's just that when you are busy, let go of trading. Get busy, and then you'll come back to trading and focus.
Yeah, but the thing is, so many people deal with the trauma of losing money in this industry, especially people like who lose money and then they never want to go back. How did you find yourself overcoming, like, in that period of like, okay, no, I blew money, I know I blew money, but I need to go back?
It was teaching somebody. It's very easy. You blow money, and then you go back to the market, you try trading, you blow again. Then you need to teach somebody. There's just too much noise that's happening inside your brain. When you start teaching somebody how to trade, right, it's like you have a home to build. Right? When you have a home to build, that means you're going to lose something if you don't get it right. So the person you are teaching, you're going to teach the right things. You're going to realize what you have in your brain and see it and then trade it.
So basically everyone must be a teacher out there.
Everybody must just teach somebody. Like I'll even teach my mom when she's not listening. I'll just go like, hey mama, there's a supply, right? What's going to happen is this and this and this. My mom will go like, I don't understand. But for me to give her that information, it made me a better person. Why? Teaching somebody releases some hormones of some sort of you understanding the market better. Right? I've realized that when I sit and I don't follow the information that I do, I need to give it to somebody so that I can see that I'm on the right track. I feel like also having to have mentorship in my group, I always tell my students that if it wasn't for mentorship, I don't think I would have been this good. The minute I started teaching, I also realized my worth. Teaching is the best thing I ever had to do. I think if I leave, I also have to keep a group, just a small group, to remind every day that this is how the market is, so that they come back and reflect whatever that I'm giving them. It's like the sun. It's just, it's reflecting on us. And when we take it back, then you know precipitation is happening, rain is coming. So when rain comes, be ready because you're just going to collect.
Okay, that's good. So what's your most memorable trade? Like the best one, like,
it was moving a $10 account to 1,000 USD in one day. Actually, that's what got me famous. That's what actually separated good traders from everybody. Now, I was just the center of attention. I remember I was sitting on 4,000 people on Instagram, and in just a week I was sitting on 20,000. Why? People didn't believe that that could happen, especially in one day and in one trade that you hold. It was just like yesterday's trade. It went to 1,000 USD.
We were chilling, and then
that was my most memorable trade, and I don't think I'll ever have that trade ever. Why? Because now when I do have it, I'm still going on a $20 account and doing the very same thing I did on a $10 account. So that's my most memorable.
Now that's great. So coming to the end of the interview, is there any advice that you would like to give people out there who are sitting at home and all that, like the people who are watching right now? What advice would you have for them, that camera over there?
My advice to you people, never give up on trading, because now trading is not made to actually make you win every day. As much as I'm good in trading, well, I think I'm good. There's days whereby I blow accounts, and I don't lie about it. Blowing an account is normal. When you blow an account, then there's something to learn, right? I've separated myself from blowing and having to give up. Why? Because I know that there's good things that are coming out of that. So do not give up, because blowing is another step to making money.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me. Guys, it's Nqobile from Top Trader SA, and I'm sitting here with Stacey _ Pigmentation on Instagram. You guys can go find her there. And thank you for just sitting down and just sharing your insights with people. I think you're very insightful. You know what you're doing, clearly. I mean, I saw it for myself, so like, hey.
That was a moment.
It was actually, so no, thank you so much, guys. And we're out here Shout out.